When I first bought my farmland, all 2,500 acres of it, I imagined a peaceful life. I had saved for years to own a stretch of fertile land where I could grow crops, raise cattle, and live free from interference. Unfortunately, my property bordered a neighborhood controlled by one of the most ruthless HOAs in the county. At first, they ignored me, but soon their greed showed its face. One morning, I discovered surveyors on my property, measuring and marking boundaries I never approved. When I confronted them, they claimed the HOA had rezoned the land for future residential development. My jaw dropped. They had no right to even touch it. A week later, I received a notice that the HOA had sold my farmland to a development company without my consent. It was the most brazen act of theft I had ever seen. Instead of exploding in rage, I chose patience. I hired a top real estate lawyer and dug into county property records. To their surprise, my ownership paperwork was rock solid. Not only was the sale void, but the HOA board had committed fraud. The best part? Their own bylaws allowed me, as an adjacent landowner, to buy up HOA liens and foreclosed properties if debts went unpaid. So I quietly began acquiring their unpaid dues and delinquent homes through legal channels. One by one, I picked up houses for pennies on the dollar until I controlled a large share of their neighborhood. The very people who had tried to steal my 2,500 acres suddenly found me holding the deeds to their houses. When the truth came out, the HOA tried to sue, but the judge sided with me. Their fraudulent land sale had voided their credibility, and my acquisitions were 100% legal. I stood on my porch one evening, looking over the horizon of my farmland, as HOA members packed moving trucks, evicted from the homes they once lorded over. I hadn't raised my voice. I hadn't broken a law. I had simply beaten them at their own game. What started as their attempt to rob me of everything ended with me owning both my farmland and their precious neighborhood. In the end, justice wasn't just served, it was poetic.